Hey, Matt Webley here. In this video we're going to talk about why 99% of coders, devs, computer programmers are going to be unemployed by 2030. That might sound dramatic, it might sound crazy, but you watch what happens. 2025 was the birth year, yes, last year now, was the birth year of AI SAAS, vibe coding, whatever you want to call it. 2026 is going to be the year it explodes. Now, when I say explodes, it's still super niche. Like I said in the last video, most people don't even know SaaS as a business model. Even less people know that you can build SaaS using AI, and there's still disinformation, misinformation, malinformation. I don't know what word it is they use these days, but there's a lot of people online saying AI creates spaghetti code. The truth is, AI is already better than the vast majority of coders. Not just junior coders, but coders. It's faster, cheaper, and better. The most coders. It just is. Like, humans have bottlenecks, like typing bottlenecks, brain power, whatever. We've got bottlenecks. The worst AI coding agent is faster than the best coder on the planet. And I would challenge anybody to try and prove me wrong on that. It's just true. The worst coding agent is faster than the best programmers on earth. So already AI is hands down beating human beings for speed and cost. You could argue, and this is an argument that I would make, that albeit it's faster than the majority of coders, I wouldn't say it's it's better than the majority of coders, which is true in my opinion. But I would say that right now there's only a small percentage of coders that are actually better than AI. So the vast majority of coders aren't excellent, and the ones that are excellent, they're earning millions and millions of dollars, or at least hundreds of thousands of dollars plus stock options in your huge Silicon Valley tech companies, right? So you don't have access to them as a small-time entrepreneur, a small business owner that maybe wants to create a 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 20K a month side hustle using AI and SaaS. So you can't afford them. They're not available. They're already taken. They're already earning fortunes, right, working for the big boys. And they are the best of the best. And yes, arguably, some of them will be savant-level geniuses, whereby they can get their heads around stuff that is just so nuanced and intricate that the AIs right now won't be able to. But we're not on a linear curve of progression when it comes to AI and AI coding technology. We are on a hyper exponential curve. Day by day, like hour by hour, week by week, month by month, the AI coding agents get better and better. All the LLMs get better, and those agents that are dedicated to kind of creating code are getting better and better and better. Since I've been in this space, obviously I've been in building SaaS companies for over 10 years, not over 10 years, almost 10 years, but with the AI, I've just seen that over 2025. I didn't even know about it before then, if it was even a thing. I don't think it was a thing of any significance, but 2025 seemed to be the birth year of AI and AI SaaS. Now, why do I say that by 2030, it's 4 years away, why do I say by 2030, 99% of coders will be unemployed? Because the reality is as a business owner, right, as an entrepreneur, if I can get essentially free devs, so $20 a month, or even if it was $100 a month, so a Claude, I can't remember if it's a max subscription or a pro subscription, not the basic one, but the next one up, it's next level, and I've not been able to hit a cooldown with it. So essentially, the plan that's not the $20 a month or whatever it is, the $25 a month, but the plan that's like, I don't know, closer to $100 a month or $75, $90, I can't remember, but that kind of price point, that one you can't hit cooldowns. And, well, you probably can, but I haven't hit a cooldown, right? That one you can just use it. So I'm able to just have that churning away, doing what devs would take months doing in minutes. And I just give it a command and it goes and does it. And go back 6 months, 9 months ago, all right, the AI and the AI agents got things wrong a lot of the time. But just 6 months later, 12 months later, 9 months later, since I've been using these tools, now it very rarely gets something wrong. Very rarely. Usually it's a mild misunderstanding that's very easily fixed. Very rarely. Like sometimes your app will crash and you're like, well, why has that just crashed? And you just either copy the error message into the agent and say, this is the error message, it's crashing, and then it just fixes it. Or oftentimes you can just restart the server and it fixes it. So it's like, as you're developing, less and less problems are happening. It's getting what you want out of the gate more often than not. And I've seen such hyper exponential increases in the ability of the AI and AI agents to understand what you want and actually implement it. So we're getting very close to a point whereby with natural language, you can just talk to it and it increasingly goes and does things. So it's not like 10 seconds later it's asking you for something else. It can be churning away for like a good chunk of time, a good few minutes, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes or something like that, working on it. Some agents you can have them autonomously run for longer. So it's like essentially you give it a big bunch of instructions and just leave it, or you can queue it up. So as it's working on one, you queue up the next instruction and the next instruction or the next prompt if you like. And then just work through them as you go. And it's just faster, better, and cheaper. In 2026, the beginning of 2026, right? It's better, faster, and cheaper than 99% of devs. So 4 more years of it getting better, faster, and even if it doesn't get cheaper, how cheap can it get? It's almost free already. When you compare it to a cheap dev that you might be paying $300 a day to, well, you're paying $20 to $100 a month to the AI that can do in minutes what a dev would take months. So months at $300, $400, $500 a day with a human dev, or minutes with an AI agent, and that's 2026. That's the beginning of 2026. So realistically speaking, when it's already better, faster, and cheaper than the vast majority of coders, how long do you think it's going to be until it's better, faster, and cheaper than all coders? And my answer is within 4 years for sure. If we've not hit singularity and Skynet's sending blooming Terminators back in time to kill John O'Connor, if that stuff hasn't happened yet, then in 4 years' time, the Lord only knows how advanced these tools are going to be, right? They're going to be advanced. I can't even describe it, right? Just all you've got to be is in the game, watching this space to know that, oh, it's not going to take long. 12 months from now, 18 months from now, today's current technology, which is almost perfect in my opinion, is going to be so much better. Now, in 4 years' time, do I think we'll be probably at single prompt cloning of software? Probably. Almost certainly. I don't like putting time frames on it, but certainly, if Skynet's not sending naked men back with lightning flashes by then yeah, you're probably gonna have single prompt cloning of apps. So then, it's not really what this video is about, but your next question might be, well, so what's the point in building some AI SaaS then? Okay, the coding is becoming commoditized. It was the barrier to entry, but the code, the technical ability to speak computer language and make it do what you want it to do, is becoming commoditized. It's becoming essentially free. Like breathing air, drinking water, it's free or as close to it. Coding is going to become commoditized, which leads me back to my first, I mean, it already is kind of commoditized. Leads me back to my first statement that 99% of coders are going to be unemployed by 2030. Now, there's going to be a percentage of people that aren't, That's going to be your next level, crazy advanced coders. They're going to stay employed. It's going to be your coders that embrace AI and are able to output the output of 10 coders or 100 coders. So me using AI to build software isn't going to be as good as a coder using AI to build software. Now, don't get me wrong, there's more to building software or a software business than coding, but a coder is going to have a natural advantage because they understand database structures and architecture and server deployment. A good, well-rounded coder that's been building SaaS for a good few years right now has an advantage over me. It's not a significant one, believe it or not. It's not as big as you think, but they are going to have some natural advantage. So if that coder can essentially use AI to 100x their own output, well, that 100x output you would have thought would be better than maybe my output from the AI agent. Now, it's not going to be as big a gap as you might think. Right now it would be, because they're going to have inherent advantages understanding the technical side of it. Just like you can do copywriting right now using AI, but I could use AI to do copywriting better than you could because I understand the bigger picture, I understand psychologically what it takes to convert, and the AI might put a bunch of words together, but is it putting the right words together? Is it the right strategy? Is it the right kind of messaging? Is it the right kind of positioning of the pieces? And like, you're psychologically ticking boxes as a copywriter, but there's a lot of art to it, a lot of science to it, and the AI is good, but it's not going to get it as good as I can with AI. So if you're a non-copywriter using AI, you're going to make good copy. You're going to be able to write good copy. Persuasion in print, you're going to be able to write great copy out of the box as a non-copywriter. But out of the box as a copywriter, I'm going to write better copy with you. Even though we're both using AI to copyright, I'm going to do it better, even if I'm using AI. I just am. You could dispute it all you want, I just am. Just like a coder that's been writing software for years maybe is going to write better code with AI than I possibly could right now. But that gap's going to get smaller, so actually what's going to increase the value of that coder is not them burying their head in the sand and going, AI is not going to take my job. It's going to take your job. But if you can go to your employer or an entrepreneur or whatever, or do it for yourself and say, look, I can create the code of 100 of me using AI, so 100 times faster, 100 times better, 100 times cheaper, then now all of a sudden you've still got a role. So it's either going to be the very best coders that are also going to have to transition over to using AI, and it's going to be the coders that embrace AI nice and early and modify their workflows and really become one with the code, like Neo in the Matrix. It's going to be those guys that are able to keep employment, because as an entrepreneur, I'm going to use AI rather than employ you because you're expensive and slow. Now, if you use AI and you can do it better and faster than me, well, now I will employ you so that I don't have to do it, and I can get 100 times the output using AI, but with your technical kind of brain on it. So I think those guys are still going to remain employed. But it's probably not many other people that are going to remain employed in that space. So, and with AI and the commoditization of code with AI, surely that the cost of software is going to trend to zero, and surely that at some point you're going to go, well, there's no point creating a software business. Okay, so here's where I think having first mover advantage is going to be beneficial. Now, not first mover advantage into the niche or space that you're going into, because you're probably going to go crack open a niche that's already been tackled by somebody else, but the traditional dinosaur devs. But you're gonna go into a space. It's going to be commoditized, but you're going to be able to eventually. But you're going to be able to secure market share. So let's say you launch your software and it's $50 a month, and you get to 1,000 customers recurring per month. So you've got 1,000 customers. That's 1,000 customers that understand how your software works. they know your software, they like your software, they trust your software. There is an inherent advantage to that, right? Even if 3 years from now, they could essentially clone your software with a prompt, there's going to be nuances of the niche model that only you understand because you've been building for that customer avatar for so long, if that makes sense. So, all right, I come along and go, clone Shopify. In 5 years' time, when AI agents are that good, clone Shopify, right? And it goes and builds a Shopify-like competitor, and it gets it 90% of the way there, right? The real value will be in that last 10% for Shopify, because they understand their customer so well that there's nuanced little elements of their software that, without actually going into the code, extracting the code and understanding it, that the AI agent might not get that level of nuance just with a single prompt. So do I think eventually AI and AI agents will commoditize software, commoditize code? The price of software will go to zero, probably over time. You probably won't even have software in the distant future. And I'm not saying 100 years, I'm saying much sooner than this. But you probably won't have software in the future. You'll have a device that spins up versions of whatever it is you need it to do on the fly, because it has massive understanding and context and nuance and just the ability to do that. So it'll almost be device-based as opposed to software-based. But that's not around the corner unless Skynet comes and the singularity happens like in the next couple of years. There is a window of time whereby you can actually come in and disrupt the old dinosaur SaaS businesses, get some market share, get a bunch of people that are happy with your software, and then when the whippers, snappers, upstarts come along and try and attack it, you've already got that solid customer base that like what you do, and as they add features and as they do things to try and tempt your customers, well, you can just do the same, and it'll be very easy to spin those things up with AI and clone those features that they're trying to present as USPs. But I'm fast forwarding through time. Who knows what time frame this will be on? But right now is a golden age. You can build AI SaaS in a way you couldn't before, and you can disrupt the dinosaur dev teams that have been building SaaS for many years, and you can come take some of their market share. And then it becomes a matter of, can you acquire more data or very nuanced kind of niche specific ways of your software working, or just a loyal, ferociously loyal customer base that actually there's more pain to them leaving than just staying with you. You know, there's gonna be advantages to you moving quicker than everybody else. You're gonna get to disrupt the old boys without massive amounts of competition, and then you're gonna find some moats in the fact that, you know, maybe you just build up a bunch of customers and goodwill and affiliates and all that stuff. So time in the game is probably going to help a great many people watching this. So I urge you to start building your SaaS business sooner rather than later. The AI is good enough now that anybody can do it, you can do it, but you've got to get started. You've got to get started now. Don't leave it till 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030. Don't leave it until it's too late. Don't leave it until Ethel, four doors down, that is 94 years old, is creating SaaS because Dorothy told her about it down at Bingo. Don't wait for that. Now is the time. You missed Bitcoin. You know, you missed the dawn of the internet and e-commerce. You know, you missed probably a whole bunch of other things. Don't miss this. It's a brand new opportunity. It's very easy right now. It's a very big opportunity. And as far as risks go, it's ultra low risk. Yes, you need a little bit of money to get started, but you don't need a lot of money to get started, not really. So yeah, I encourage you, build an AI SaaS business in 2026. Or you'll look back in 2027 and go, damn, this person did it, this person did it, this person did it, this person did it. Now they're living in the blooming Maldives on a water bungalow, doing 2 minutes work a month and making bank, and you're still exactly where you are now. wishing you'd have started sooner. Thanks for watching, and don't be a dinosaur dev that's going to go unemployed. Become an AI-powered dev so you can stay valuable for the foreseeable future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.